Everyone is having a chill last night.
A chill last night. I like it. That's one way to say
Chillin'.
What's up, you guys? I hope you guys had a really good weekend. Spooky weekend. Let me know if you guys went on any ghost hunting or anything like that. I don't know.
Yes, share your stories with us. We definitely would love to hear about it and get more info from you guys from that perspective. We do.
Yeah. So I believe this is podcast number 5 already. So it's pretty much like 2 months already.
I think we're at like 7 or 8.
Did I say 5? I meant 8. So it's podcast
we're
number
just changing
8.
numbers.
But yeah, I'm super excited to like meet with you guys again. Hi.
Hi, Tiffany.
So we're going to tell you guys some really good stories. So we just recently went to the town, the most haunted town in Connecticut, Dudleytown. And then we also just went to the most haunted street in Connecticut. I have no idea what it's called, but it's over here in Shelton, Connecticut. So we went ahead and drove on that as well, too, to see what would happen. And then the third one is a story that I've actually been keeping to myself for a really long time, but I think I'm ready to actually like share it to the world and let people know what's up, what else I've experienced and stuff.
Sounds good, Beans.
Cool. So, Drea, why don't we just quickly start this off with our visit to Dudleytown?
Yeah, okay. So, it was a beautiful, glorious morning. No, we went around like the afternoon, right? So, okay, funny start actually. I was in charge of Googling to get there. We got to this police station because we wanted to do it like a really legit way. Like, we don't want any tickets. We don't want to go to jail over this, guys. We just wanted to be like, maybe it was possible for like the cops to like show us around. Brittany did a little research on it previously, and like so many of the videos, these people are getting like tickets left to right for even just being there. So we figured we'd try to like just go like a super legal way. We ended up going to the wrong town at first. But we did get in touch with the state troopers that do patrol Dudleytown. But they unfortunately said, there's like a place that you could just like drive up and pull over and look at it. But more than that, like we can't help you out. Like no one's legally allowed to be there on the premise. So we decided to just take the 1-hour drive, and literally by the point that we finally got to Dudleytown, it was like pitch black, super fucking creepy. It literally just feels like you're driving to the middle of nowhere. Like, how did that feel for you, Brittany?
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. Like, it's pretty creepy. But overall, I think just like creepy because it's night out at this time, and also you're just driving in the middle of nowhere. There's not like another human being around at all, so it's like if anything happened.
Remember we tried to like put on the radio because it just kept getting like, where the fuck are we? And like the creepiest song comes on, this little girl, like, I don't know, it was like
the song
super creepy laughter, like
it was really creepy. We just turned on the radio station, or I turned on the radio station because I wanted like calm the vibes down to like not be so creeped out. And then
Just
this like
help.
creepiest song ever started playing when we were in Dudleytown. I don't know what it was, but it was literally a song that you would hear in a horror movie, like just like the happy-go-lucky do 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 right before something happened.
right before they're about to die.
Yeah, pretty much. So we both just looked at each other and just like turned it off really quick, and we were like,
radio.
yeah. So overall, it was just really creepy. I think the creepiest part to me though was because like you're on the highway for a long time, you see other people, but then eventually you're just like on this back road, which looks pretty normal, but then you keep on going, and it just slowly but surely keeps on getting less and less people, civilized and everything like that. And finally, like, we ended up like getting to like this really, really, really kind of like end of the street, and it went to this huge like mountain place, and you just saw a bunch of fog, like
right over the water, because it was just like at the end of the road, it's just like a tiny narrow ass road with like random houses and then like a lake behind it and then like a giant fucking mountain as,
Yeah.
like, the backdrop.
I think you saw like one little house thing or whatever, a shed or something like that, and then you just saw acres and acres of land, of nothingness, and the whole entire land was just covered in complete fog, so you saw nothing. It was literally like the beginning of a horror movie.
It would have been pretty dope sight for a director.
Director would have banked right there. It was creepy. I've never seen anything like it. It's creepy because the GPS obviously is like, okay, you're about a minute away, and then you're like, okay, what are we gonna expect, right? And then you just come to this land and it's just all fog and stuff, and it was just really creepy. But then that's just the beginning of it. That was kind of the entrance of like what's going on. Like, you're starting to arrive. We like turn and we keep on going on the dead end, and it says literally on the street as we get closer, it says dead end, and then the sign says underneath it, no kidding. And I was just like,
yeah, that was I've never in all the years of my driving never seen a dead end sign that says no kidding underneath it.
It says dead end, no kidding. What? Like, oh my gosh.
Why?
I don't know. So, like, you're going to this really creepy town in Dudleytown, this abandoned town that's, like, forbidden and, like, legally not really allowed to go inside and stuff. And then you're arriving and it says dead end, no kidding. And we both kind of just froze and looked at each other. We were like, oh, my God, like, what do we do? Overall, though, it was really creepy. I think one thing that I was actually looking for was like the nature, because a lot of people say about like Dudleytown is that the weirdest things. Tiffany said I wouldn't have continued. Yeah.
We only went so far.
Yeah, well, we did get pretty close.
Yeah. Although I think that like, so when the state trooper talked to us, he said that there is a pull-off moment, and like we were guessing like, oh, we're gonna be on the highway and then it's gonna be clear like, oh, if you pull off right here, like you're gonna see like the entrance or whatever. So I feel like where we went was Dudleytown, but it was like a different part of it. Like there was no like legit entrance. It was like the dead end sign, and then it was just like more of like creepy ass road that, you know, where that was gonna lead to, we don't know.
Overall, it was just really creepy. The fact that, like, there's just, like, one house every 5 miles, and it's just this empty land and stuff like that. And it was just really creepy overall. I think we want to go closer when we get there next time. But, yeah, what I was going to say is, like, something that they always say about Dudleytown is that, like, there's no nature there when you go. So I was looking for that. I was like, they say there's no birds or anything like that, no bugs, no nothing, because it's a cursed town. And so I was looking out for that. But what I found was interesting was there definitely were some like bugs and stuff. But overall, the energy and the nature felt very weird. And I'll definitely say that for sure. Because yes, there were bugs there. They seemed fine. But overall, the nature, the birds in there just, it didn't seem right. I don't know what it was, but something was weird. I took pictures and stuff. It felt like something was kind of like watching me the entire time. Did you get that feeling?
Yeah, but I like forced myself to not think about it.
Okay, so
like I just like as soon as we like probably right when we turned into like the creepy ass road before like the dead end sign, I just like stopped thinking about it. Like, don't think about it. Like, we're gonna be fine. Like, just, like, pushed all my feelings all the way deep down.
Yeah, I think we were both trying to, like, just not think about it. Yeah, that's why we put on the radio to, like, not think about it. And then all of a sudden it has the creepiest song in the world playing on the radio.
Well, do you remember, so, the last turn right before, like, the dead end road, there was just this, like, one guy on a motorcycle. Do you remember? Just, like, chilling there on his motorcycle, just staring off.
Yeah, millions, yeah, like so far like away, and there's just this one man just like guy with his bike, and he's just, you know.
And he was still there, like, when we left.
I know, and it was weird. We weren't sure if he was like an officer or something like that.
And he didn't leave until we left. Because, like, after we turned, I noticed that he started, like, driving down straight, like, not our same terminal.
I don't know. Maybe he wanted to make sure that we were up to good or something like that. Overall, it was just really creepy. Do I want to go back? Absolutely.
During the day.
I
wanna see, like, where we are. I wanna, like, actually be able to, like, look and be like, oh, this is what it looks like.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea to go. So we're gonna definitely go during the day and stuff like that.
We got some creepy pictures.
We did get creepy pictures.
We'll definitely be posting those because some of them are pretty interesting. They look.
You guys can get a feel of like everything that we're talking about today. And then the really cool thing though is that we were not done after Dudleytown. So we turned around and on our way back, we actually heard the news came out with a video a few years ago about the most haunted street in Connecticut. So the news themselves came out with it. And so we were like, okay, fine. So we turned around and we started to go on this street. And it's the most haunted street in Connecticut. It took like about an hour. I think it's about an hour away from Dudleytown. And we got there and we were driving on it. And it was like maybe a 10-minute like street or something like that. Yeah, 5-minute street. Yeah. And it was just really, that road was just really creepy. I don't know if it's because like it was nighttime or something like that. But overall, it was just really creepy. Like, the closer that we got to the end, it's just the less civilization that there was, less people.
So, like, the actual road, I don't know if, like, Google Maps was right or not, but, like, the actual road that it said it was, for me, wasn't super creepy, because, like, there was mad houses and, like, mad lighting, but the road before it creeped me the fuck out. Like, the one that really looked like, it kind of had, like, a Dudleytown vibe to it, like, yeah, there's house next to you, but no one's, like, really there, and, like, looked, like, the house kind of looked, like, disheveled and, like, not really taken care of, and it was, like, way darker, and, I don't know, that strip creeped me out, not so much, like, the actual street that was supposed to be, like, the super haunted street.
I don't know. It's just creepy because towards the end, it actually looked like it was just going to nothing. It looked like it was going to, like, I don't know, a cemetery or something like that at the end. Did you notice that?
A little bit.
It did. I don't know. It was really hard to see because it was at night, but it did look like it was going to some kind of weird cemetery or something. Like, just non-civilization kind of thing.
No civilization.
I don't know, but overall, it was creepy. And what's